Our two cents.
With Oscar.
Hey, we're doing it again. Welcome back to Our Two Cents. We're doing it again here at Raxo Studios with your host, Oscar. Our Two Cents, WOscar.com, Our Two Cents on all social media. Thank you for all your support. Please hit the subscribe button. It's free to you and it means the world to me. And if you're new here, well, what we do here is have conversations with interesting people that create content, people that are interesting, that I myself find interesting. And also, we come in here just to make our complaints about the world. And that's that. This is Our Two Cents. Welcome. Happy nationalities as well. Buzzsprout, let's get your podcast launched today. Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or you maybe think it's fun to have your own talk show, program, wherever you want to call it. Podcasting is an easy and expensive and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online listed in all major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Within minutes of finishing your recording, podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over hundreds of thousands of podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Let's create something together. Following the link in the show notes, lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you and get you a $20 Amazon gift card with a sign-up paid plan and helps support thy show. Gender inclusive, thy show. Thank you. Moving on. Nationals days. Happy National Pasta Day. If you're a glutton like me and enjoy your pasta, well, it is your day. Happy National Pasta Day. October is National Pasta Month, if you didn't know that as well. October 17th, recognized National Pasta Day. Pasta lovers celebrate. Fat people. While we find noodles all over the world, pasta is a type of noodles of traditional Italian cuisine. But nobody does noodles better than Asians with Chinese food. What is it called? Chow mein. Did I say that right? Well, I said it wrong, probably. It's probably offensive the way I said it, too. Anyways, the first reference dates to 1154 in Sicily and was first attested to in English in 1874. Typically, it is made from an unleavened dough and durum wheat flour. The flour is mixed with water or egg and formed into sheets of various shapes. It can be served fresh or dried to be stored for later use. Hence, ramen noodles. Delicious. The best pasta that anybody could have ever invented. Ramen noodle. So if you celebrate the nationalities on a daily basis, happy National Pasta Day. Hashtag National Pasta Day. Happy National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day. National Clean Your Desktop Day encourages everyone to take time to organize their virtual desktop. The observance takes place on the third Monday in October. Remember when your computer was new and the desktop was clean and organized. The trash files empty. Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about with trash files because there's no more trash files. There's only a delete thing And I don't know where the fuck the trash files are right now. The only files on the computer were the ones the manufacturer created. No viruses. Well, at that time, if you had LimeWire, you had all the viruses. No documents. Well, again, if you had LimeWire at the time, you had documents that were not documents. And your computer was not fast. But in this case, if you remember when your computer was set to the manufacturing settings, your computer was fast. You were ready to create and design and program. Well, look at you now with your dirty, dirty screen on your computer with all those files all over the place. A clean and organized space offers fewer frustrations. Everything in its file, and you know where to find it. Archives old files, create shortcuts. This will help your computer run faster and help you find them more quickly. Pin favorite apps to the start menu, name photographs, and then a thumb drive, and then put them on a thumb drive. Clean out that mail too. Delete unused icons. You can do the same with your phone. We're talking about, oh, well, that's a desktop. Well, that's a phone top. It's not a desktop. Anyways, if you have a cluttered desktop, clean it up. Happy National Clean Your Virtual Desktop. Happy nationalities. Anyways, how was your weekend? My weekend was success. We made it through another weekend. You know, cloudy, a little rain here and there. Never bothered nobody. But the sun not being out makes everybody feel sad. So Sunday was kind of shitty. Sunday was a day where all you wanted to do was lay down and you wanted to be a lazy fuck and not do nothing, which I did. I managed. Which brings me to my next point, and that's where I found out that Kanye West, since I talked about him a couple weeks ago, got his Chase bank account taken away. Well, the thing was, he was complaining that he put 150 million or thousand. I don't know what kind of money he handles, but I know it was a large sum amount. And he didn't like that he was treated as a regular client. Do you not know what a regular client, the treatment that they get? Do you not know? Well, sir, you just experienced it. You experienced the treatment of a regular person at a bank that does not give a single fuck about you. Did you get it now? Did you get it? Now you're making it seem like you're more important. If this is what they do to me, that I put $150 million, what are they going to do to the regular person? Bitch. Bitch. I'm here to tell you that's the treatment all of us get. Thank you. No need to celebrate my point. But, Kanye, let me tell you, you were treated as a regular client. Okay? Now, we all claim to be all excited because we have accessibility to our money around the world, around the clock. How the fuck is every single bank supposed to have $150 million when you want them? How? If the money goes to a certain place, gets moved around to a certain place, and then that's where it stays. And you can only get a certain amount because banks are only allowed to have a certain amount. And now, I'm not defending the banks because banks are fucking thieves. They steal your shit without you even knowing. For example, Wells Fargo has stolen so much money from me throughout the years that it probably equals to the sum amount that Kanye was trying to drop in one day. Which means 10 years, probably more than that. More time, not money. It's probably less money than what I'm thinking it is. But that's the treatment we got. They say if you made a claim and we fucked up, well, we'll pay you this time around. We'll return the fuck up bag. But if we fuck up again, Well, then that's not on us no more because we already paid you once. And that's the answer I got. Which does not surprise me that you went down that rabbit hole thinking, oh, they're treating me bad. Oh, what would they do to you if you were poor? Well, guess what? It's what they've done to us since I've been banking. I'm not going to say since the beginning of time, but the beginning of time was not my experience. Since I've been banking, it is my experience. Anyways, but what I find amazing is the Chase, is it Chase? Yeah, Chase. Decided that they're gonna take his bank account because he said some anti-Semitic. Is that the right word? I hope that's the right word. Anti-Semitic comments he's made, and but that's okay. That's just a comment, not an action. We're all entitled to our opinion, which is one of my pet peeves that we're going to get into today, right? We're entitled to have our own opinions, right? Now, there's one more person that I'm aware of that has been canceled that was along the same lines as Andrew Tate. And that scares me when they can cancel somebody for their opinion, but not somebody for dealing children to pedophiles, I guess. That's okay. Anyways, because Jeffrey Epstein did not close. Wait, the other way around. Chase Bank did not close Jeffrey Epstein's account. Just so you guys know. Are you aware of that? Probably not. Why? Because it does not matter to our daily lives. Nobody in my family was kidnapped, fortunately, so that's why it doesn't matter to every single one of us. Until it happens to you, well then that's important. Just like we learned last week, the people in Mexico were happy to have a drug cartel kingpin being in charge of the town because he was saving everybody from that town. But every other town can go fuck themselves because you know why? Because I don't live there. It's only important when it affects every single one of us, right? It is only important when it affects every single one of us. And now we find ourselves in the world where 60% of the animal population is gone, according to studies. 60% of animal population. That means just about more than half of the animals that maintain our ecosystem are gone. Just like the snow crabs in Alaska, they are gone. The season for snow crab has been canceled. Now, that is scary, but it's not, but it is, because that means the snow crabs, have migrated to colder waters. Colder waters, you say? Yes, but it is cold there, but it's not cold enough to what they've been living for eras. What's the word I'm looking for? Damn it, I couldn't even think of it. My brain's not firing on all six cylinders like it should. God damn it. Anyways, but you know, I thought of this statistic that 60% of the population of the animal population is gone. Are we taking into consideration animals that were born? Now, does that bring down our percentage of population being gone? I wonder. Maybe I should have read the damn article instead of just spewing some other manufactured lie by the man. Anyways, speaking of manufacturing lies by the man, I've always, I've always watched this press conference where somebody, somebody important is giving a press release or a press, whatever you want to call it. The NASA administrator Bill Nelson Speaking of weird, how lizardy does that guy look? If you see him talk, his face is thin like a lizard. Those are the lizard people. And that's why all the people that are in charge, such as NASA, Defense Department, and stuff like that, they're all weird looking. Why? Because they wear masks to hide their identity. That sounded very conspiratorial. Yes, but they do. That is not a lie. But who will save us from all that insanity? Animals gone, Kanye getting his bank account closed, Epstein doing business with Chase Bank, and that doesn't ring any alarms. Again, it's only a problem when it affects us. You, when I say us, it's you. And when I say you, it's personally when the threat is at your doorstep that you want to claim that you need help or claim that you need help. That's the wrong word. Where you want to call for help. That's the right word. Call for help. Anyways, it only matters when it affects you. You. Not no one else. Anyways, that is interesting when they start shutting people down. Oh, and I haven't even talked about it. The war. Now, after the bombing of the bridge, everything seems to be ramping up. Now, the dude in China, whatever the dude names is, somebody didn't get mad for me saying the dude. But that dude, the Chi dude, Chia or Chi, whatever. Chi Champ, him, the president. He's the one that said that Hong Kong was already under the CCP's, China's Communist Party, I guess, CCP, yeah. CCP um, claims that Hong Kong is already under CCP rule. Turns around to Taiwan and tells them, "You're next." The US says, "Don't even try, bitch." Russia says, "We're next too over here on this side." But it seems like they're running out of bombs and money. Now, they don't have the capacity to drop another wave of bombs like the way they did after the bridge, after the bridge that got burned or bombed or I don't know. But I lost my train of thought and I lost where I was going with that. But I'm not as worried as I was last week. I think I'm less worried now, but I think it's because I'm accepting it. I think I've already accepted it that if I don't know. I don't think I've accepted it. Never mind. I thought I was accepting it. I was accepting it live on the spot, but I denied it again when I thought about it. But anyways, so he claims he claim well not claiming Blad is threatening the world and claiming to have the most high tech militarily, right? Now, I wonder if way when he was doing that speech, he was sitting behind him. There were two landlines and a fax machine. And my question was, so if you have the highest military tech, why do you have a landlines and a fax machine right behind you? Now, let me ask this too with that question. Is it because you've spent all your money in acquiring the high military tech that you speak of? Or it's just bullshitting. I'm gonna go with it's just bullshitting because look at that poker face. Nobody has a better poker face than that guy when he was threatening the world with nuclear bomb. I think that's all they got. I think that's it. And I think they won't do it. Do it. because that's all they got. And they know if they detonate that one, the one that they all got, that's all they got. The one. That's all they got. There's no second one. There's probably only a tactical and the one and only they got. Meanwhile, I don't want this episode to drop and then just, that didn't age very well. Just like that guy from like what is it, the court, People's Court? I don't, but it wasn't People's Court. It wasn't Judge Judy. It was another judge. It was another judge like Judge Judy. The plaintiff, not the plaintiff, the blank, what the fuck's it called? The guard, the security cop guard, whatever the hell it's called. Well, the judge asked her like, look, he's been married for 20 years. He's happy. Are you happy? And the guy says, yes, I'm happy. But the other guy says, hey, brother, you don't look happy, man. You're doing something wrong because you don't look happy. Well, about, I want to say, I'm going to go high because I don't want to be wrong. I want to be rather over than short. So I'm going to go 10 years later. Turns out he killed his wife. Killed it. Yes. So, hearts, faces, we see, hearts, we don't know. Happy National Clean Your Virtual Desk Day. Don't be an asshole. Clean it up. It will keep you on your toes. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about the war. Yeah. Technology. So you either spent all your money on military technology instead of spending it on communication technology. Well, how are your bombs going to work if you didn't work on your communications technology? Well. No, it's scary though. Regardless, because also there's the other conspiracy. I don't even know whether it's a conspiracy. I'd call everything a conspiracy. But there's the other one where apparently if it's called like the dead man hands or something like that, dead man switch, that if somebody that has to be there gets taken out, well, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kablooey. Everything's bluey. More dark than bluey, but it'll be blue, blown up. I was trying to make it rhyme. Anyways, that's the matter of fact that we're all in danger. But what can we do? If you're worried you're not going to live a happy life no more, if nothing happens, you're going to be all sour, like a sour puss, whatever you want to call it. Don't be a sour. What is that called? Sour. I forgot the name. Anyways, let's go on. Ask Oscar. Ask Oscar. It was this one. Not. I'm not good at remembering things, but I am good at writing down questions. I don't like this question, but I'll read it anyways. If you could meet God, if you could ask God a question, what would you ask? Well, if I ask what the fuck is wrong with you, it'll just come back to what the fuck is wrong with me. Because that's what religion does. It always turns it to you. It's your fault. It's your sins that I died for you, right? Why? If I wasn't even alive then. Why? If my spermatozoid, whatever it was called, it wasn't even alive at the time. What gives you the right? I mean, there's nothing else you could ask. I'm not religious. Oh, there it is. That's the question that I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask him, so if you're so real, why did you not make me religious? It's your fault. All this went down this way. With the blink of an eye, you could have made me believe, but you didn't. So why? And therefore, it's going to go, because you had to believe blindly in what I was asking you to believe in. Anyways, I feel like if you're a good person, you'll go to a form of heaven. But who knows? Nobody's ever died and came back and told us hell is real, heaven is not, or the other way around, or they're both real. Nobody's ever said that. They all said I have faith is real, but you have faith. Is that all it takes? I have faith that I could be a professional podcaster, but it's not going to happen just because I have faith. It's only going to happen if I put in the time and effort and work and learning. It's a bunch of connections that you got to make. It's not just believing. How many times do people got to say that? People have been saying that since the beginning of time, but nobody wants to understand it. Why? Because we all want to have something to hope for after this. But anyways, how many scars, broken bones, concussions, hospital submissions have you had to this point? And which one is your best story? Concussions, I cannot count them because I never knew what a concussion was till after I graduated from high school. So possibly you can count it with two hands, probably. Now, hospital submissions, just one that I can recall. It's just my appendix taken out. Not fun. Not it sucked. Scar. I have one on the back of my head, which I like telling. But this me being a small regret trying to close the door. Um, but doors in the motherland, they're not the same way they are here. A twisty handle and boom, you can get. No, no, no. They have latches. They have sticks that come down on the on front of the door so nobody's able to open it. They have all kind of safety devices. Which, if the house burns, well, you're fucked because you would have burned inside because nobody would have been able to open the door fast enough for you to get out. But that's not the point. The point is that I was trying to lock the door because it was night. For some reason, I put my chair backwards. Um, the back of the door faced next to the door. The back of the chair, I mean, lay, not laying, but standing next to the door. Um, and I was trying to lock the door, and I went to push on it hard, and all I did was make my chair slip right under my feet. So when the chair slipped, I fell. I don't know which way I went, but it makes no sense how I cracked the back of my head if I was pushing the opposite way. Maybe I turned on the way down and boom. And I hit my head and I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want anybody to be mad at me because I was a kid. And all I know was that it hurt really bad. And I went and got in my bed, and then, felt my fingers wet when I was holding on to my head. And that was that. That was that one. But then I just remember while telling that story of my nugget cracked open that my fingers were open too at one point in my life for not following safety procedures that are there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't, because all of you follow safety procedures, unlike some people like I that make their own safety procedures that didn't even follow after you made your own safety procedures as well. So, therefore, that's how smart some are. Anyways, you are playing poker with Loki, the mascot from Panda Express, and your neighbor Dave from four doors down, from the four doors down. What are you stakes and what are you playing for? Well, first of all, I don't know who the fuck Dave from Four Doors Down is. Maybe that's the band you're talking about. Loki, the mascot from Panda Express. The mascot can't do fucking much for me. So maybe I could get a guitar out of it, or a drum set, maybe. Um, a signed poster from Doors Down. I don't, Four Doors Down. Is that a band? I think that's a band. If it's a band, I'm gonna say it's not. So I'm gonna say the highest amount of money that we can play in a hand. Although if I play the highest amount of money, I will lose because I don't know how to play poker. And therefore, I don't think I would bet anything other than just jump into a cold pool. A pool made of ice. No, not made of ice, but a pool with ice inside of it that's been sitting in a winter night all night long. I just said winter night all night long. But anyways, that's what I would go for. But yes, yes. How many? One more, just one more. How many of you are organized and actually help clean the house without being asked? Well, are you a pig? Do you like living like a pig? Do you enjoy rolling around on your crap? Is that what you do? You sick animal. How is that even a question? How can you even put those words together? Oh, I'm so lazy. I don't want to. I want to be a pig instead. You go be a pig. Pig. Clean your house. Anyways, be clean. Be clean. Don't be a dirt bag. Anyways, moving on. Today in history, I learned that it's interesting how the we don't even think about how people used to do things back in those days, right? In the days where there was, say, no air conditionings, or even better, no refrigerators, right? How did people used to keep their shit cold? How? Well, I learned that in Australia, before the invention of refrigerators in 1851, ice had to be imported from Australia. No, no, no. It had to be a transport had to be imported to Australia from Boston. Boston, Massachusetts. The ice blocks traveled through the tropics inside shipping containers with tinder, straw, peat, and sawdust. That is interesting because we're talking about Australia during the middle of the summer, 112-degree weather. Hot as shit, hot as balls, hotter than fudge. Anyways, that is interesting. I've also seen how some villages that don't have access to refrigerators in the street, how they do their ice cream, and it's pretty interesting how they put it into a roll. It's kind of, I don't know if I should call it a tumbler. If anybody knows what a tumbler is, but it's like a big roll. It's got a hole in the middle with a cap, and then they just crush ice and just smash the ice in there with salt, which makes it colder, which makes everything that will fall on it freeze. So that's how they make ice cream in the new world that don't have new technology. But yes, interesting. But also, given the fact that the queen is dead, the queen is dead, the queen is dead, that during the looting of the Chinese imperial palace at the end of the Second Opium War, the British soldiers took Pekingese dog, the gift to Queen Victoria. She named it Ludi. So apparently they took this and the dog died in a kennel at the fucking castle, whatever the fuck it's called. Um, they did a painting. After the dog lived its life there, they put the painting in the kennel, just like they put the dog. So they stole the dog just to say, "Bitch, we got you by the balls." That's what they did, and that's what they do today. And it comes to no surprise that people are weird. We all are. Anyways, let's go on into missed connections, picks, and Stan, a bookstore. Thinking about showing off her private portfolio at Stan's, would love to connect with appreciative photography lovers. What the fuck did we just stumble upon? Thinking about showing off her private portfolio at stands. Would love to connect with an appreciative photography lover. I think we're talking about somebody's pictures. And what is Stan's bookstore? That's the first question we should be asking. Are we allowed to be talking about this? Are we going to get in trouble with the law for even mentioning Stan's bookstore? I know that people can get jail time for sharing pictures now. Crazy. This is why I love this. You never know what you're going to get. This one, I was shocked. I got to say, I was really, really shocked. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. Anyways, yellow truck, guy on a motorcycle. You, female, driving a yellow truck. Me, guy on a motorcycle. This is funny because this talks like caveman. This is how man really talk. You, female. Me, men. Me, want that. I want to say hi and thanks for the beautiful smile and waving at me. Here's another perfect example of how men are. A smile taken in the wrong form, I guess. I would love to meet you someday. Long shot, I know. But one can dream. But one can dream. Wow. You got to be doing a lot of dreaming in your day because this shit. People are just nice sometimes. People are just feeling like wanting to give a smile. But let me read it again. But this is funny the way he drove it. He wrote it. He drove it. You, female, driving a yellow truck. Me, guy on a motorcycle. I want to say hi and thanks for the beautiful smile and waving at me. I would like to meet you someday. Long shot, I know, but one can dream. Keep dreaming, bitch. Creepy. So you saw somebody that smiled at you and now you want to bang him. Wow. I guess so. That's cool. If it gets a response. Creepy. New in town. Just moved to blank. Looking for cool, clean dudes to chill with. 26 male here. Has this person ever heard of Tinder? I don't think there's people heard of Tinder. There's other websites that you could use that you'll probably get a better result and the results that you want instead of using this. But then again, I'm not using this, so I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if you would get if one would actually get a real result. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying. No one knows what I'm saying. Nobody ever will. Nobody listens to this anyways. But those are your mixed connections. That's it. But there's nothing more that grinds my gears, and I don't want to use that because I don't want to get copyrighted. A pet peeve. A pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is when people don't respect your opinions. Hence, the subject I started with. People being enraged with somebody for just having an opinion. Why can't we just combat bad opinions with good opinions? I think the world will get along better if we all just get along and learn to respect everybody's opinion. This was our 2 cents with my own opinion. Respect it. Deuces.